Today at Edible History, with your host, Justin Bieber. We have Sam and Elizabeth, coming in from the 21st century and the 15th century. Oops. Got some fan mail. I'm Samantha Achbach, and today on the show, I have here Queen Elizabeth from the Renaissance. Hello! So Queen Elizabeth, is this your first time traveling? Yeah, it's quite tiring. I would like some food. Oh, would you like some monkey bread? What is a monkey? Oh my god, why would you bake it into a bread? It's disgusting. Okay, want some pigs in a blanket? That is preposterous! It's a filthy animal! Why would you not make it a blanket? They are not worthy of blankets. Okay, then what do you want to eat? I would like some Scotch eggs. I would like some wine. And you know what? Jello would be pretty darn awesome. Yeah. Don't be shocked. Yeah. No. Why don't you go back to your own time and grab that then? Watch out. Oh, hi there, Georgie. So, Elizabeth, would you like to discover your food first? Sure. So we're going to start with the appetizers, and I have Scotch eggs. Well, what do you have? As Americans, we mostly have stuff like pigs in a blanket. Oh, well, my eggs, I have some sausage and some breadcrumbs, and then you take the boiled egg and you wrap it around, and then you basically deep fry it in oil in a pan for 25 minutes. For our pigs in a blanket, you can wrap them in anything. You can wrap them in bacon, you can wrap them in pancakes, but for today we wrap them in waffles. And this takes only about 5 minutes for the sausage to cook. Yummy. Onto our entrees. Your Majesty. With our entrees, I have a pork decotti or do something or other. I don't. Pie. I have a meat pie. That's what I have. Her royalty doesn't have a big brain for this, because she can't cook it. She lets her servants do it. Yeah. But anyways, so what it is we have a pie crust, and we have an egg mixture with honey and milk. Then you take your pork and you put it in and you bake it, but you have to let everything, sit for a while. So it takes about 45 minutes to an hour to actually bake it. And for us Americans, I have here a regular pork chop sandwich with barbecue sauce. It only takes about 10 minutes for the pork to cook, and then about a minute to put the bun and the barbecue sauce on it. Everything here just does not sound like it's been cooked thoroughly because it takes about 5 minutes. And hers takes too long. And for our sides, we have a beans. Oh, for a side on this, you can have squash, or you can have dry beans, or anything like that. And now for our main dessert. Oh! We have all this to show. We'll show that afterwards, my queen. Okay. Okay. For us Americans, we have the regular old monkey bread, which doesn't take too long. You just take your biscuits. By the way, it's not made with real monkey. I figured that out. Not real monkey. No. But she barely knows what that is. Anyway, we cooked it with we got some biscuits, we dumped it in some butter, and then dumped it in the brown sugar and a cinnamon bake, and put them in the microwave for 2.5 minutes. They're perfectly good, and they only take about 3 minutes to make. What I have here is a cheese and flour cake. What you have to do is you take the flour and water mixture, you knead it together, You have your warm milk and your yeast. You put it in and you let it sit for about 45 minutes so you can let it rise. After that you put in, and then you put it all and you knead it together, and then you put your cheese on top, stick it in for another 45 minutes, and then you drizzle some honey. It can be just a little teddy bear, look how cute it is. And then you can have your sugar and pepper mixture on top for a little bit of flavor. Wow, that's about 2 hours wasted on one cake. I'd rather make a monkey bread that makes 10 minutes compared to 2 hours. Yeah. That's why American food is a lot more easier to make, because we have more technology than you. Shall we go on to our drinks? Yes, we should go on to our drinks. What I have here is some nice wine. This is what our average Renaissance or 15th century person would drink. For the youngsters, we'd probably have some sparkling juice or something like that. And we usually have to let it sit, make sure that it goes through and processes all the way. A lot of olives, a lot of good things. For us regular Americans today, we have only one drink that everybody loves, and that is pop. For what I have here is a regular old Mountain Dew Code Red, where anybody drinks it. It's actually quite good. Might bring it back. Sorry, you can't though. That's been discovered. But for this is what an average rich person you would call a rich person, royalty, in the Renaissance age would eat. And this is what a regular American would make in like 10 minutes. It's great to eat, and there's a lot. And a lot of different things for like Jello. For here, this would take about 5 hours to stick in the refrigerator, which is quite convenient. We would have root cellars which would go to the ground, and it doesn't get cold down there very often, so it would take a long time. And they have a powder. We'd have to grind everything together with the bones and all of the great cartilage of every animal. So would you say that Jello would pretty much take a whole day, maybe, if you're lucky enough to make? Probably a day. And then for the preservatives, that's why we have a lot of honey and a lot of salt. And we have a lot of the herbs that we would use, probably cinnamon, clove, and pepper. We would use a lot of pepper too. And in today's time, we have all of those and more. Here we have some regular old buns where we Americans use for many things like hamburgers or sandwiches, or even just use their breadcrumbs for any other recipes. Also, the bread takes not very long to make if it's in a factory and it goes through the processes. In the Renaissance, it would take a very long time. You have to individually make the bread, cut it into what you want, knead it, then put it in the stove or the oven, the stone oven, and then make it cook, and then make it for all of the people of the Renaissance, because usually the only thing that the poor people or the peasants can afford is a freaking little bread and a soup, which isn't even soup because it's water and cabbage. And we, as royalty, would have the soup that was rich in nutrients and meat, and it would be very delicious. And at today's time, we actually have soup that's very common. Everybody can pretty much afford it, and everybody eats it. Not like back then, where only royalty were lucky enough to have the soup. And now, these are tomatoes. Very convenient. You can put them on your sandwich as ketchup, and you can do a lot of other things with it. But we didn't have these in the Renaissance ages. Actually, I heard a very fun fact where actually tomatoes back then were either unable to eat them, or they were poisoned, so to say. So you would pretty much die. Yeah, when we got them from the New World, because they thought that it was flat, rather than differently. It's not flat. So imagine Christopher Columbus going on the edge of the earth. It would be no discovery for you. Yeah. He will just... we only have one more food item here, and that is my queen. Okay, now this was a very common thing back then and today. As you can tell, my monkey bread is based off of biscuits, and her meat pie was basically off of biscuits and bread. So this was a common food back then and today. Is there anything else, my queen? I have to look off of this, sorry. I believe not. I've gone through my food, and I have gone through my recipes, which I believe are better. I mean, who doesn't like eggs in a bowl of meat?
Who doesn't like biscuits covered in brown sugar and cinnamon?
I don't know, but I think we shall eat and swap. So let's... You don't have any forks. What is wrong with this society?
Jeez, rich people these days. I should say back then. Jeez, woman.
My rat is hungry. I'll get me a fork. I will get you a fork. You're not supposed to talk in a British accent. It's me, smart one.
Shut up. Shut it. So, Queen Elizabeth, have you learned anything from the American style today?
We drink a lot of pop and beer.
Besides pop and beer?
They have a lot of convenient things, like the refrigerator and the quick gas oven that we did not have in the Renaissance. Food is a lot cheaper and a lot faster and a lot more spread than in the Renaissance, like meat. Anyone can eat meat now. So, and they have funny names, like pigs in a blanket. But yeah.
So would you say today's time or the Renaissance time was better?
I do not have a comment. No comment!
Thank you for having me today with my friend Queen Elizabeth from the past.
Bye!
Bye!
Goodbye! Goodbye!
We're off.
Today on Edible History, we can see that even if you are from the 15th century or the 21st century, you can still be friends, and the similarities and differences of the food of the past and today. We can all see what happened with the food of now and how it came to be. Have fun, everyone, and buy my new album!
I'm having a hard time there, Queen. Do you need one of your servants to cut it for you?
No. My butler's not here.
Alright, he's back in the 15th century, where he's probably dead now.
He's not dead. He's actually from Japan. He's a ninja. I ordered him. I pay him a lot of money.
Who would have thought? Maybe you need to talk more American.
What was that? That is disgusting. Oh my god! Is it bad? That's preposterous! That disgusting! I thought you ate this all the time. Your chef ruined my favorite dish! Okay, it was your own chef. We went back in time, remember? Whatever. Dude, that's actually really good.